Hey folks, welcome back to another HB Gaming GameLINK video. We are once again doing things in lockdown, which means we're trying to find all sorts of places to create content for you. Today we have a Kickstarter unboxing. We're going to be slinging spells and defending our sanctuaries as we unbox Tabula Games' Sanctuary, the Keeper's Era. Hey folks, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt and I'm here once again to talk you through an unboxing of one of our Kickstarters that we've recently received. As I said at the outset, I'm talking about Sanctuary, the Keeper's Era by Tabula Games. This is a deluxe edition that includes 6 different decks. Now, this is a card-slinging battling game where you'll be playing cards from your hand, trying to destroy the sanctuaries of the opposing force and thus take over the realm. We're going to get down to the table and open this sucker up. We also have a little exclusive Heroes and Villains pack as well, little booster or blister pack, which will take you through as well. I'm excited to see what's inside this one and then break it out to the table for some epic battles as well. Let's get down to the bench. We'll show you what's in the box. All right, so here we go. This is the box for the Keeper's Era. You can see it there, looking absolutely shiny. The artwork is nice. You definitely know what it is. It's very clear. And then there's also the detail of the villages and things and actual realms as well. This sort of shows you what's in the box, but we're going to get into it anyway. There are, as I said at the outset, 6 different decks contained herein, which is just awesome. I think it gives you a lot of options, replayability. I don't think they're customizable. I don't think you can actually take the decks and mix them up. You may be able to do that, do a little bit of deck building, but I don't think the game is designed that way. It's designed to be a bit of a skirmish style game, which is really fantastic. I'm looking forward to checking out the solo mode as well. Now, those of you that have watched the channel will know the plastic, of course, goes on the floor. Get rid of the floor, get rid of the plastic altogether. And there we go, look at that. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, this isn't actually an outer sleeve, and I don't know if you can make out the village that's in the shadows there, which is awesome. Now, this is a box that slides out. I believe it's got a tray on one side. The whole thing opens up and we reveal, oh, this is nice, the contents of the box. First things first, yes, this is the contents. This is what we want to get into, but I just want to point out, take a moment to check out this amazing artwork that's on the inside of the lid. I do love it when developers and game designers take the time to do artwork for the box. Like, this is an amazing, it's just so fantastic. And that's the first thing you see when you lift the lid. That's pretty spectacular in terms of opening. So that's awesome. The well that it's contained therein is fantastic. I love it. I am very, very happy so far with the product. Now, what have we got here? We've got, I'm just going to move some bits and pieces out of the way here. We've got what looks like a bit of a rules leaflet, 2 versus 2 mode. So you can play a 2v2 mode. Which is there. It's all the different definitions, deck building, so you can do some deck building as well, which is awesome. And then you've got the new special cards, because this is a reconditioning of the Sanctuary game solo campaign mode, and then a 1 versus 1 campaign mode, which I love. And there is a ton of stuff in this box. What's really cool about this box, there is an extra feature, which I will show you a little bit later on. There's a little something down here, which we'll get to that in a minute. First and foremost, there is a rulebook, which is incredibly thick. It reminds me of the original Magic books from the deck boxes that I used to buy all those eons ago. Full color art, winning conditions, how to win the game. I like it. I do like it. It's simple enough to understand. It looks like it's nice and clear. Golden rule, essence crystals, acolytes, how to set up the game, turn structure, all sorts of bells and whistles, which is awesome. And I love that these are all separated. They have their own place. Everything's fantastic. There is all sorts of components. There is, looks like extra decks down here, which could be solo campaign decks. or solo cards, and the artwork inside each of the little wells here is brilliant. And it looks like it's all part of different card art, which is great. It looks like we've got some token card or token punch-out sheets here. Now, these look like they are different counters for different things. It would help if I've got them the right way up. Different things here. You got little heart-shaped counters, what looks like damage. There's a little Grim Reaper guy here, which is quite cool. And they are nice, nice chunky chipboard as well. I don't know if you can see it there. It's a bit of darkness because we're not shooting in our usual space, but they're quite a decent chipboard as well. And then on this side, you've got heart tokens in a different shape, different markers for different things, more of the same. You've got counters as well. And again, they're just nice, a nice thick, sturdy chipboard, which is awesome. Let's see, we've got the 6 decks here. We might take out the decks. And then you've got all of the different backer details here as well. I love that. That's so good. I wonder if we're on there. I can't remember whether we're on there or not. Now, there's a bit of room in these deck boxes as well. They don't look as thick as I would have thought. Let's see, we've got here. Are we in the box? I cannot for the life of me remember if we're in the box. Are these alphabetical? No. Does this come out as well? Yes, it does. Look at that. All the different backers that have helped bring this version of the game to life, which is awesome. I'm just having a quick scan, trying to see if we're in here. There is so many names. If we are in there, I'll have to go through and see. I can't remember. I do remember them actually taking down the details of our name to put us in the box. You've got Captain Mimitos. So if we are in there, I'll have to find and locate us and pop a picture up on the Facebook page. But I love that. It's just a nice throwback and a thanks to the backers who helped bring this to life, which is really, really lovely. That's one thing I missed in the canvas unboxing we did, that the inside liner had all the names on it as well. I love that. Really fantastic. Just a simple little thanks for all the people that have helped bring the game to life. These look like they are ritualistic cards they could be add-ons, they could be extra bits and pieces. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played the game, so I can't say too much about it, but I do like the fact that you've got all the different content and the 6 different decks that you can take for a spin, which is awesome. I don't know, even having 6 decks that you don't necessarily want to mess with, it still gives you a lot of replayability, which I love. And it's just an awesome, I don't know, I think more cards the better, more variety the better. It's always a good time. And at least then, I don't know, you just got this whole, oh my goodness, some of the artwork on these are amazing. I'll try and get in close and give you an idea. The Price of Pride, Fury of the Tempest. These might be cards that you can use to, add to decks and things. You've got costs versus damage they can take, damage they can deal, I should say. So damage dealt, damage to take. And these are, I think, Kickstarter. These might be the Kickstarter exclusives cards. Different nodes. Now, these are, I think, something to do with the different sanctuaries. Again, could be wrong. Please correct me in the comments below. There's auras you can use, Sword of Salvar, different artifacts you can bring out. There's a dragon staff, which is cool. The Ring of Swiftness. At the end of your turn, you get to move the unit, so you get to make them move or cause them to move further along to attack your opponent's sanctuaries. Tome of the Foresighted, and a couple of blank ones as well, so you can make your own. I do like that. That's cool. Let's have a look. Let's just start with the Crass deck. Now, the deck box itself is just, this is an overview of the faction. The contents, a champion card, 4 sanctuary cards, 24 acolyte cards, and 7 ritual cards. And I'm assuming that is the same for each of these deck boxes. Yeah, lots of room. A lot of room in there to add in and build in decks, so you could effectively take 1 or 2 decks in the one box, and then you've got a game ready to go for 2 people out of the one tuck box, which is very cool. Now, the little pull tags on these are not the greatest, I'm going to say. I'm not a fan. They seem to be quite difficult and tricky. It could just be also because I have no fingernails, but that's why I have my trusty knife here to help me open up all of the decks. So these are the Sanctuaries for these. I might not go through all these. Colony Gates, Source of the Flow. Now, I believe you only have 3 of those in play per game. Again, could be wrong, but it sort of randomizes the amount of folks. So Sacred of the Cross, he's the champion. Apprentice of the Flow, Merciless Chieftain. The art on the cards is awesome. Look at this guy. Crazy Acolytes. Causes you to destroy one of your own units. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I like the look of these guys. Wow. He means business. Now, the camera is just not going to do the cards justice. The art on these cards is awesome. I might try and get some overlays up so you can see the art in all its glory. Oh, nasty business with those claws. Progeny. Wow. Metempsychosis. Wow. Nasty business here. Donation, Raging Bonds. Oh, there's skulls and people inside there. That's awesome. The artwork is amazing. And these might be your Sanctuaries on the back. So this is a dead Sanctuary. This is a Sanctuary still in play. And again, yeah, there's the 4 different Sanctuaries in the deck box, which is awesome. So that is the Crass. We will put that one back in play. We'll go over to Ganto. And we'll check out some tokens and things in a moment as well, just to break it up a bit so that we're not rifling through nothing but cards and more cards. I can see what's going to happen. I'm going to try and play this solo, but we're going to get... Oh, there we go, some attributes. That's interesting because they weren't in the other deck box. There's 2 there. Maybe there was 1 meant to be in that box instead. I'll put that there as a reminder that I'll pop that in. And then you've got the different Sanctuaries and cards here as well. You've got the champion of the Ganto, Inash Tet. So getting, Visionary Reclaimer. The artwork is just cool. Son of the Flood, but not the Halo Flood. Old school for those of you who know what that is. Those who know. I do like the faction symbols as well on the cards too. Makes it easier to sort when you're putting things away and mixing things up. There's also a couple of copies of each card in each deck, which is nice too. Obviously, there's a few that only have the one, whether there's champions or otherwise. But I do... Root Eater. I do like the fact they all have slightly different abilities based on the faction as well. So it'll give you a bit of a... I don't know, make some serious decisions when you are deck building. Repair up to 2 to one of your Sanctuaries and draw a card. That's going to be very, very handy. It looks like the Crass are all about destruction, and these guys could be all about healing and managing elemental damage. Deal 3 damage to an Acolyte, Tides of Retribution. And then you've got the Sentient Rocks. And then you've got Hall of the Four-Sided, Heart of the Swamp, Pools of Omniscience, I should say. Mantra of the Depths. I wouldn't want that coming at you. Goodness, the Night Dweller. Wow. The art is amazing. Constructs. So these must be separate to, I guess, different abilities or different elements. They're very much like a druid style combat, which is awesome. Let's see. Antar. Nice purple box. That looks very cool as well. Mirages, tricks, subtlety. I like that. Manipulation of the mind. That could be very cool too. I can't decide. That's the problem with these games. When there's too many decks, I can't decide who or what I want to play as. So we'll just have to, see how we go. Judge of the Antar, the champion. Oh, Sisterhood Novice. Gifted Blade Dancer. That guy means business. Fervent Speaker. A lot of these are simple little 1v11 characters. Here we go. Untangled Sellsword. Inscrutable Queens. Ruthless Trader. Gain 2 if at least 1 enemy unit is exhausted. Wow. Now that's a cost, I think, to play the card. So you're gaining 2 if at least one of the enemy has 1 troop that's exhausted. So he could be very valuable and a very cheap cost. You get a Guardian of the Relics. Mind Poisoner. Whoa. Too many drugs. That's what'll happen, folks. Too many drugs. Sisterhood Matriarch. Swift Striker. Hand of Vatep. And remember, Vatep is the champion. Touch of the Gifted. Ooh. I like that. Overwhelm, which is a ritual. Revenge of the Sisterhood. Whoa. I'm digging the artwork. I knew I would. Palace of the Truth. Relic of the Eye. Port of Savlar. Guardian of the Five. Or Garden of the Five, I should say. All your units in this lane gain 1 damage. Wow. 1 strength, 1 damage. I know what I mean. That's cool. I knew purple was a good color. Now, I want to play with all of those 3. I'm probably going to want to take all of them for a spin. Let's have a look at some components just while we're here. We've got these little, looks like damage symbols or shield symbols. So you place them on your sanctuaries and take them off as they get defeated. Now, these are deluxe, nice wood, chunky tokens, which I really dig. They're very cool. I'm just trying to see if I can get some of those focus for you there. They've got a nice thickness to them. They feel great. They make a good noise when you use them or when you play with them. And they just add a tactile response. This one we don't need. Silica gel, we'll get rid of that. Let's get a few more. Yeah, got a good weight to them. I like that. Good token usage. And I think those are some upgraded components that they're used in addition to, although there's the same symbols there. So I'm not sure whether they're just upgrades or whether they're just something for the deluxe version. I'm not 100% certain. And then here, we've got what look like little wind fireball tokens. And we've got more silica gel there we'll get rid of. We'll get some of these out as well. Again, same quality, high quality tokens there. You've got what look like little fireball or wind damage. Again, I'm not 100% sure what they are, but I will find out. They look amazing. I would have read it by now, so it should appear on the screen to let you know exactly what they are. They're very cool. I like that. Good tokenage. And then we've got what looks like gemstones, power gems, things you can use to activate cards, do damage. And they are very much the Ascension style, tokeny or stock standard plastic crystal that you find in a lot of games. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're still very, very cool, and they will obviously have a good add to the presence of the game on the table. All right, let's get back into these other decks of cards. We've got the Morlan, or Morran, I should say. I'm going to put that one there just so we can see the artwork on that. Now, this one has like a beastie mentality, so we're talking lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, which is very cool. The decks, yeah, the deck boxes, I would have thought, I don't know, maybe it's because you can customize your decks a little more than I thought and add in cards and things like that. Maybe go for 2 factions in a 2v2 match. That would be cool. Put them all in one box for transport. But yeah, they seem to be, incredibly thick for the cards that are there. That's an angry panda. Incredibly thick for what they need to be, which is fine. Space is always a good thing. There you go. There's Nomar, Force of the Molron. He's a champion. 4 attack, 3 health, costs him 3 to bring him in. And again, there's that angry bear symbol as well. Resolute Shaman. You've got the Mocking Hunter, as opposed to a Mockingbird. He does some serious damage. Shadow of the Valley, hiding in the trees. See those eyes coming out, aren't you? Cunning Instructor, hanging from the trees, swinging around like monkeys. Pilgrim of the Gorge. That is an angry bear. An angry bear man. Peaks Chieftain. Again, lions and bears. Hoarder of the Den. That's a crazy rhino. Like a 2-headed rhino? My gosh. Serious business. Hammering Brotherhood. There's that angry panda that we saw. So these are all factions within the faction, which is very cool. Roar of the Peaks. And the elusive Scrapper. Again, there's that monkey we were talking about. Savage Fangs. Whisperer of the Peaks. Whisper of the Peaks, I should say. It's an acolyte. Call of the Horn, which is a ritual. The detail on some of these artwork is just awesome. It's still got that old worldy oil painting style, which I kind of dig. And then you've got Cairn of the Brave. For the Sanctuary, you've got a towering arena That means business. Garanath First Stone, Branch of the Clans. Yeah, I'm digging the beast style, beast mode, I guess, for lack of a better term. They've all got their pros and cons, and I love it. I dig it. Let's have a look at the Thanen. Now, these guys look like they are snaky dudes. Flying fighters, flying avian creatures, which are very, very cool. The different factions and the different style that they will all present, I think is kind of great too. They've really thought about variety rather than just presenting, okay, this deck is blue, this deck is red, this deck is evil, this deck is not. They've really sort of thought about it. It's interesting to note as well, we've only found 2 of these cards in all the different decks, which is interesting. I guess because of this set, they were able to take those out, I'm not sure. Tactician of Thanen, Champion. He's got some crazy, only 1 damage, a bit of life though, but lots of abilities going on here. Then you've got a young unfledged who is a flying skeletal dragon snake person, which is awesome. The elite coming out now. Prismatic Serpent, serious business. Those fangs mean serious business. Wing of Biral. Again, the champion is Biral. That's a wing of Biral, so one of his lieutenants. 2 damage, 1 health, 0 cost. Get that out there quick there. Storm Precursors. The lightning on the axe is on the hammer is very, very serious. Feather Initiate. Glowing Eyes always means, serious damage. Silver Raptor. I'm getting some Jurassic Park vibes now, my gosh. Cloud Terror. This is what happens when Avatar goes bad. These flying guys doing their crazy stuff. Juggernaut of the Cliff. Yeah, that's not good. You don't want that coming at you. A Raptor Tactician. Paladin of Korhanen. Yeah, these guys are nasty. Surefire Strike, that's cool. I love the lightning on that as well. So many elements being represented here, it's great. Celebrate the Heroes, this is a ritual, and it'll give you the ability to gain 2 power or summoning abilities, I would imagine. Incomparable Tactics, move one of your acolytes so you could change lanes of attack if they're going to get blocked by something crazy. Then you've got Korhanen, the Floating City. Hand limit is 5. Shivering Tower, that's cool. The Feather Cliffs and the Wellspring of Biral. These are cool. I like it. I think there might be like 2 ways to play or 2 sides to play depending on whether you want to have the counters physically on the card or not. I think you get options or choices to do that, which is very, very cool. And then finally, we've got the Wool, which are terrible secrets behind their dreadful masks. The Wool venerate the essence of decay, raising undead. So these are your zombies, your necromancer dudes. I thought that was these guys, but here we are with the nastiest of the nasty, which means I'll probably play them first. Only because, yeah, they mean, like, that's Sauron, isn't it? Anyway, still very cool. Let's have a look and see who we've got. I like the fact that the decks, or the deck boxes, have the champion in full view on the boxes, which is awesome. So this is Tal Dune, the Sunset of the Wool. He's a champion. Again, 1 damage, but he does 3 health. An Ice Inquirer, Tamer of the Masks, Seeker of the Collectors, Inexorable Recruiter, and then you've got the Collector's Mentor. Some of the art on these cards is just amazing. Legions of Alethman, the Glacier Warlord, the Horns. I'm digging the Horns as well. Ravenous Horde, there you go. Crazy, crazy Norse zombie dudes. They're like Wendigos. Cursed Enforcer. A Chilling Freak. What? That's like Pennywise got all deformed. Wow. Last Breath. We saw that before. Discard an Acolyte card, then destroy an Acolyte of your choosing. The Elixir of Callback. Allows you to deploy a card from the battlefield at the cost of one of your enemies. Verdict of the Ice. Wow. All right, Sanctuary-wise, we've got Muttering Ice Canyons, Dizzying Bridges of Alethman, the Twilight Caves, yeah, that looks safe, and the Vault of the Collectors as well. They all have their own abilities. And then it looks like we've got some Corruptors as well, similar to one of the other decks we had. There's a little separate side deck of constructs. Drejan, the Roaming Glacier, looks like an ice version of Groot. Egali, the Eternal Watcher. Wow. That is a version of Groot, a granddad version of Groot. And then more turn structures. There we go. So we can do 2v2 with different turn structures, which I like. Now, I did mention at the outset, that's all the cards. They look fantastic. I did mention at the outset, there was a little something else that I wanted to show you in the box here. We're just going to push these tokens. I'm just going to pop them in here out of the way for now. The good thing about this box is it's got a little drawer here. Now, this drawer, if you can see it there, little drawer, little hole. This drawer has a little something extra in it. What secrecy is this? What sorcery is this? Let's have a look. We've got another drawer that slides all the way out. So let's take out the box for now. As awesome as the box is, let's have a look at this secret little drawer. Let's go with this one. So this drawer, this game comes, or came, this particular version, with these awesome playmats. And they will help you play through. Oh my gosh. That is epic. Epic, epic, epic. Epic just does not do it justice at all. Look at that artwork. And then you've got your 4 different sanctuaries. You must play with all 4 sanctuaries in front of you. And then you've got your defense for the sanctuary. You've got extra tokens, which are those white ones we saw, which must be power for your sanctuaries as well. And then you've got things like your, I'm assuming, discard or draw pile, unless that's a draw pile there. And it looks like you've got other things for champions in play as well. That is cool. Is that a Crass one? I'm not sure, but that's just fantastic. It looks really, really, really good, and it's designed to be rolled up with the image out, so it'll lay flat, which is fantastic. I love that. Let's have a look. We've got another one here. You know what? Let's just leave that out. Bugger it. Let's just leave it out. We'll get the other one out here. We're going to open that one up. We'll get rid of the plastic because we won't be needing that anymore. What have we got here? Let's go with this way. Wow. Look at that. That is just beautiful. So again, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sanctuaries. Your draw and discard pile are on this side, but the moon, this is one of the lions and tigers and bears. The what are they called? The Mulren? Is it the Mulren? I'm assuming it was the Mulren. Let me just have a look. The Mulren, yeah. So these guys here have their own playmat, and it's absolutely stunning. The artwork in this game is fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what? This artwork, this is so good. I love it. My little something extra, I'm going to use this as a backdrop for. We've also got a little foil promo pack of champions and villains. And this is a set of foil cards that was part of the Kickstarter as well. So whole new style. Some of these you would have already seen before, heroes and villains, but they're in a foil format, which is fantastic. So let's get in and have a look. I know that these ones I will probably sleeve because they're foil cards. Oh my goodness, I'm already pumped. I'm absolutely pumped for these cards. What we're going to do, let's put them like that. Keep them face down, and we will reveal them from the deck, just because. Now, I do love as well, just quickly on this playmat, they've got them in sections, so you've got different lanes, because obviously your opponent has 2 lanes, and you've got 2 lanes. I'm just digging this. This is the playmat I'll use. I don't care what faction I am. This is the one I'm using. I love it. It's amazing. All right, foil cards. So we've got a foil card here, the nice backdrop, and then we have, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Wow. So this is one of the construct cards that we saw earlier. It is so shiny. I can't even get a decent view of it. The camera is just not going to do it justice. It is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. And then we have, I'm going to have to sleeve these today, otherwise I'm going to forget to do it. This is the Knight, that guy we saw before, but in a foil format. Wow. I love that. So good. So good. And then there's another one of the same. So yeah, these are basically cards I've already seen, but in that foil format, I should say, which is just awesome. Oh, yes. That wormy Hydra crazy. This is just not doing it justice. The camera is just not doing it justice. There's too much glare. These cards look absolutely amazing. And then you've got that adult Groot that we talked about earlier as well. Yeah, no, it's just not happening. These foil cards, even the Ice Guy, look at that. I just can't get, because of the way the camera is under the light here. It's so good. Folks, you'll have to just take my word for it. It's absolutely fantastic. Ooh. And then we've got another foil there as well, which is brilliant. And then we've got the Forgotten King, the Corruptor, Veldris. They look so good. What have we got here? Now these are the champions. So the champions here are in foils as well. So these are the backs of the champion cards, which we didn't look at in the decks. But obviously the other side of these is the champions in the foil format. So let's just move those yonder. Sorry, our dog's decided to go for a bit of a walk, but that's okay. And then we've got the Echo of Taldun, who's a champion who hangs around. And then we've got the actual champion himself. And it smells like foil that you get from a pack of booster cards. It's got that clean sheen smell, which is just awesome. Oh, they are so good. I cannot do it justice. And then we've got our beast friend here. This is him. This is Nomar. Nomar, you can stay there, mate, right next to yourself, because you just see, look at that. It's so good. The foil's amazing. Echo of Feus, who's that Kras champion. The champion cards are just, these are fantastic. I've forgotten that these were included. So good. Inash Tet, the Ganto champion. And then we've got Vatep, Judge of Antar. That purple foil is just kick-ass. And then you've got Biral, who's the Thanon champion. Oh, brilliant. I love it. I know what I'm going to be doing today. This concludes pretty much everything that's in the box for Sanctuary, the Keeper's era. Lots of content, lots of replayability. These are going to get sleeved right away. Let's get some final thoughts, and then we'll finish up there. And there it is. That is the contents of the Sanctuary, the Keeper's Era Collector's Edition from Tabula Games. Absolutely epic content. I cannot wait to get into some battles. The solo campaign mode intrigues the absolute bejeebers out of me. And the fact that you keep everything in this simple box, you've got all 6 decks in there. You've got the 2 playmats. You've got all the components and contents and little chip pieces as well, along with those foil cards, which I have sleeved. Thank you very much. It's just fantastic. I'm looking forward to the customization. The deck building element, we'll see how we go. I'm more interested to see how the different mechanics of the existing decks work first. And then obviously we'll go from there as we explore the Keeper's Era and the world of Sanctuary more so. Tabula Games have got some great stuff coming out. We've got more from them in the not too distant future. So check out for that. Check out the channel for that. And obviously, if you want to know more, folks, you just got to hit that subscribe button, like the video. You'll get notified whenever we post anything new content-wise. And of course, stay with us, please, because there's plenty more playthroughs and content coming your way. If you are one of our Patreon subscribers and you are seeing this as soon as it's uploaded, thank you very much for your support. We appreciate it. If you want to check out the Patreon and get some exclusive rewards and early access to all of our stuff, check out the address that is on your screen, www.patreon.com/HBGamingAU. I am losing the ability to speak today. If you don't want to pop any comments below, but you want to get in touch, you can always hit us up at orders@hpgaming.com.au. And of course, the website, if you are an Australian resident, you can get free shipping on all of your orders and also a host of other goodies as well by hitting up hpgaming.com.au. If you are in lockdown along with us in Melbourne, stick with it. We can get through this. We've done it many times. We can do it again. If you're in other parts of the world and you are struggling, please be kind to one another. Please be kind to your neighbors, friends. Look after each other. Stay as healthy as you possibly can. My thoughts and prayers, and the thoughts and prayers of everyone here, are with you. We will be out of this as soon as we possibly can. Until then, folks, play heaps of games, get back to the table, and we'll see you back there very, very soon. As always, it is bye for now.